the Cosplay Stitch and Seam. I'm Pennon.
I'm Fire.
And I'm David.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, all three of us.
All three of us. Wow, it's been a hot minute.
So fancy.
I'm so sad I missed last week. Because y'all talked about Dungeon Meshi, and I'm obsessed. But
I'm sorry.
But I hope our listeners at home are having something new and fun to obsess over. And if you are, you can tell us all about it. There are a bunch of ways you can talk to us. The first is our email, which is cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com,
Or you can go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and fill out our contact form there, or
go to the Facebook page. While you're on the Facebook page, tell our fantastic community what you are working on. We love to hear it. We love to see it. And so does our fantastic community. If you're not a big fan of Facebook pages, I totally understand. We do have a Discord. The link can be found on our website, or just hit us up for it. It is a great little community. It is a welcoming community. And every time that somebody joins, there's always a plethora of people saying hello and welcome. And we would love to hear more about you. And while you're on the internet, if you wish to help out the show, there are many different ways that you can do that. Share the podcast with a friend. Leave a review or a like or a star rating wherever you can in your podcasting app of choice. And of course, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/cosplaystitch. For $3 a month, we give you a shout out every single episode, not every month, like I spoke last time. But also, you can join our... Oh, no, wrong button.
Cosplay Chronicles.
I accidentally hit the infinite button and it was just going to go forever.
Amazing.
I was just like, where is it?
And you can enjoy that Cosplay Chronicles for $5 a month. We have a great, silly little time. It's all D&D. It's all cosplay themed. We get heavy, and I have been reading a lot of fantasy lately, so I am super inspired for this next little arc.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. All the fun quests and storylines, and yes, please join us.
Can't wait.
So, I don't know. I thought since it's been a while since we were all three on here, it'd be a good time to do a catch-up episode.
Yeah, time to catch up.
Is that good?
I think that's a great idea. I've missed both of your faces so much. I almost jumped in as soon as Pan and you were done with your intro because I'm so used to like, all right,
and
just me and one other person.
And I'm David.
And I'm David. Ah.
I also have to throw in a sorry, David, because I busted the levels on that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Your drums won't thank me later, but it's fine. It's fine.
What have you guys been up to? What are you watching? What are you reading? I want to hear all about it.
I have survived the first 2 weeks of summer camp.
Oh,
along with it being a 2-week long summer camp, the first one that we've done ever.
I was going to say, how long is this summer camp?
It's 2 weeks long.
Okay.
And it worked out. I really actually liked it being 2 weeks because my students made stop motion films, and making a stop motion film in 2 weeks instead of 1 week is so much better. We watched a lot of Wallace and Gromit.
Cute.
No Coraline, no Kubo and the Two Strings,
Did some behind the scenes of those ones. What was nice is that the Wallace and Gromit episodes are about 30-ish minutes. So if they ever got ahead of schedule in their production line, 30 minutes was actually about the right amount of time without interrupting the next step of the production pipeline. So that's why watching those fully. But we did go behind the scenes of Coraline. Did you know that all those little cute sweaters are hand knitted?
Yes.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
Oh my gosh. Like, the lady who does it, she just has the tiniest little knitting needles and the tiniest little thread, and she just makes these little itty bitty outfits, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That is so dope. Cool. I love watching the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that those movies are all like a financial failure?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So I found out that they don't make their money back because of how much money it takes to do all the claymation and like the design work and everything.
They're
And the
so
only
good.
way they make that money back is because they make brand deals for like these specific Nike Jordan shoes, because the creative owner of the company, his father is the owner of Nike. So like they kind of work in tandem to make sure that everything stays like above financial negatives.
Wow.
Yeah, I found that out a while ago. I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool. I'm glad because like no one is telling the stories that they are telling, and I'm like and promoting the type of art, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least I'm not seeing them, and I need to seek out more of them.
There was another one that they did recently, like Wednesday and something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like like Key and Peele were even involved in it.
Oh, Wallace and Wednesday or something?
No.
Wendell and Wild. Wendell and Wild.
Wendell and Wild was so good. Oh my gosh, I watched that. I loved that one so much. It's very good. If you haven't seen it, please go watch it.
It's
nice.
Cute. Very cute.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
You got me on Wallace instead of Wendell.
So what about you, Pan? How are you doing? What are you up to?
Oh man, it's been a busy week.
It's been.
Oh my gosh.
I've been super overwhelmed, and so I finally decided to step down from staffing at ALA.
Whoa, that's huge. Are you okay?
Yeah, so everything's great. The people running it are still fantastic. I think I just needed to take a break to like recharge my batteries, and I feel like it's really helped because I already feel like more creative and less stressed, and
good.
I don't get me wrong, I loved my time working with ALA. I think if you want to volunteer for a convention that treats you really well, or one to just like start out with, ALA is so well organized. The people there are friendly. It's really easy one to get into, and yeah, I just really like that one. So yeah, completely amiable. I hope they do some amazing things. They have some really cool announcements coming up for this new year that I can't talk about yet.
Yep.
You still got all the insider secrets. I see how it is.
I do, but
after the episode, I actually need to talk to you, Pen.
Oh. But yeah, a lot of like really exciting stuff. So I have nothing but well wishes for them, and I hope it goes really well. Let's see, what have I done lately?
Dungeon Meshi.
I did. I caught up. Like I watched all of the anime, and then I needed more, and I've been like keeping myself back from reading more of the manga just because I was like, I don't want to get ahead of the anime. But then they finished season 1, and I don't want to wait until season 2, so I finished reading all of the manga. So no one can spoil me now. But I'll just say it is fantastic. I love the storytelling. The creator does such a good job with world building. And even what you see in Dungeon Meshi is only a small part of the world that she's built. And she has thought so thoroughly about it with like the ecosystems and just all the kinds of like politics between the different nations and all kinds of cool stuff. So whatever your Dungeons and Dragons love is about, it probably has it in Dungeon Meshi because they have so many good things.
Mm-hmm. And delicious food.
And delicious food. I just need the cookbook. What else? I attended a birthday party for one of my extended family members, and it was themed after A Midsummer Night's Dream, the Shakespeare play. Oh. And so I threw together a fairy dress for Queen Titania.
Ooh.
And I was like, nothing in the stores was catching what I wanted. So I took it was actually like a Sailor Moon Lolita dress.
Mm-hmm.
It was very like I don't know, lots of tulle and very more romantic style instead of like usual JSK. But it was on sale on there for like $15 because they were trying to clearance them all out, and it was really cute. And it only came in a small.
Of course.
But between like the bow and all the other, like all the bows and stuff, I had enough extra material to add to the bodice and fit it to my size. And then I just like added more skirts and other fabrics to supplement it and made a cute little fairy dress. So,
Aww.
yeah,
Lovely.
so that was fun.
Super cute.
What about you, David? What you been up to?
Yeah.
I have been body mod hungry.
Ooh.
I have gotten a new tattoo.
Yeah.
It is a Borderlands themed tattoo in trash polka style.
So cool.
It's my zero stats from the game that Kaylin and I played together.
That's so
and
fun.
I'm so pleased with it.
You
Shout
play
out
Zero?
to Sour Trout. Yeah, I love Zero. Are you kidding
my
me?
gosh.
Zero's my boy.
So
Zero's
hard to
my
play.
No.
I am impressed, is what I'm saying. I am impressed because I have such a hard time playing Zero.
What, you play Axton all the time?
No, I play Maya.
I got to see it,
And-
and it's on like the tender part of your arm. Like, how was
Yeah.
that getting the needle there?
So it's on the inside of my bicep, and closer to the elbow wasn't so bad, but once it gets to the armpit, it is spicy. It
Ooh.
is
Oh.
something else entirely. And I love Clay, the tattoo artist. He's a great human being. I've worked with him for a couple years now at my day job, and I called him some terrible, terrible things that I wouldn't be comfortable even censoring on this podcast.
Wow.
But this is my third tattoo from him. Because
Nice.
I got my Hollow Knight from him. He did my Brand of Sacrifice from Berserk on my knuckle. And he's packing up his shop and he's moving to California, and I'm so mad, but I'm so happy for him.
No. Aw.
And just last night, I got my ears pierced.
Hey, nice.
Hey.
First time?
First time. I've never had my ears pierced
Hey.
before. I'm scared of needles to death, but I was like, I think I would look freaking cute with pierced ears and little
Yeah.
jewelry here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
what kind
lead
of
into
scents?
my Fae calling, and I'm super pleased with it.
Yes, nice. Where did you like? You got it from an actual like piercer, right? Not a like jewelry salon.
No, Kaylin got an apple and a hot needle. Yes, we went to a salon and we went to this place called Iris.
Oh, okay.
In like
No, I've heard of them.
Sugar House. That's
Yeah.
right. They were absolutely lovely. Everybody there was like just super like caring and talkative, and like, what do you want? Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to ignore it? Do you want like a distraction? What are we looking for? They were really, really great.
Nice.
So I highly
so
recommend
cool.
them.
What kind of earrings you rocking?
Right now, they're just kind of black, shiny studs, more circular, but they kind of have that diamond cut, so they are not just like flat. But I already have some like replacements ready to go when these have healed up a little bit more.
Yes.
I've got
That's
some
so fun.
arcs that are handmade, and I have
Ooh.
some Fae Fair pronoun dangly ones that I'm
Oh,
excited to wear.
nice. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
So that's been my focus for the last little while. It's like I just
Nice.
put it on my body. I need it.
Nice. Oh my gosh, that's fun.
Are you guys working on any other cosplays right now? I know you just
Oh,
mentioned
man.
Pannon, your little Titania cosplay. But anything else?
Yeah, I have Marcial from Dungeon Meshi in the first sorry, David, in the first outfit she wears, which is like her blue dress with the like pants and little capelet. So I have the pants done. The dress just needs sleeves. I haven't cut out the capelet, but I found like one of those little wreaths made out of twigs at like the craft store.
Ooh.
And so I picked that up to like wrap and like add things to make her staff. So I'm excited about that. And then
Are you gonna make a secondary outfit so you can put a frog outfit on top
oh
of it
my
all?
gosh.
Please
Not
do a
the
quick
frog,
change.
not
Please
the frog.
do a quick change.
Oh my gosh.
Have a frog
I thought
onesie.
about it. I have thought about it. The frog outfit. Oh my god. So creepy. It's so gross.
It has to have red lining.
Yeah. Ew. Ew. Sorry, anyone who hasn't seen Dungeon Meshi.
It's not a big plot spoiler, I promise. It's just adorable and disgusting.
Yeah, not wasting food.
What of her 27 different hairstyles that she had in the TV show are you going to be rocking? She had literally 27.
I know, right? I actually really like one she wears toward the end of the series that's just pigtails braided. With like a little bit of bangs. I do like the one where she has the 2 braids over her ears and then the rest is kind of like pulled back, half up, half down. That's she just has so many fun, like really cute styles. The wig I got is like really nice and like thick, but also I should have got one with a like lace front so I could do like the up styles a little bit more. So that's my one regret with the wig I got. So I might do like add some wefts in and play around with putting some lace in it. We'll see how I feel about that. We also just the other day got a 3D resin printer.
Yes, I saw the pictures.
Yeah. So been playing around with that and I want to print some of the like armor detailing for Tifa Lockhart from 7 Remakes outfit. Because I have had like her skirt done and her leggings done and just not done like the top and the armor for a while. So I'm like, oh, maybe I should actually like get around to doing that if I can just like beep boop boop and print out some nice armor.
Are you gonna try and pattern them yourself, or
no?
Okay.
No, I'm not good at that yet. So I'm just taking some from Thingiverse and playing around with those. Yeah, we tested out like the detail on the resin printer by doing the ring from 15. So like the Noctis's ring is like a major plot point if you've seen the Kingsglaive movie. And they show lots of close-ups of it.
that long hallway walk with the ring. I remember that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that part of the game where, with the long time to have just the ring.
Just the ring.
It goes zappy though. Is fun with that.
Zippity zappity.
What about you, David? What have you been working on?
I have been working on Guts, and I am working on the sword right now. I tea-stained some fabric just to try it out. Ooh. I had some scrap fabric, and I was like, what's going to age it really, really well? I am in progress, and I have my very good friend to help me go pick out fabric. Pannon went to the fabric store with me.
Because I'm not affiliated with any contest now.
No.
I will offer my free advice.
Thank you. I was so... Because, like, when you said, like, hey, I'm looking for, like, this leather kind of thing, you're like, oh, suede. Suede's really good. We could go for suede. And we found, like, a really great one. And I was like, but what color is it? Chestnut. It's chestnut. And I was like, what the crap is chestnut? I'm colorblind. That means nothing to me. Problem with like all of the colorblind apps that I have and I can scan everything is that just like it tells me like red brown. And I was like, okay, red brown. Okay, yeah, all right, that works.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me show you a picture. I will send it in our group chat.
Nice.
Of the sword as it is right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is pretty formed out, and I'm putting some foam clay to like cover up the seams and the bad sanding job. But yeah,
That's
it is
cool.
taller than I
I
am.
was gonna say that's a very tall sword.
It is huge, and it's like maybe 3.5, maybe 5 pounds at the most. It's 5 pounds right now.
That's
but when
amazing.
you hold it appropriately, it just engages every muscle in your shoulders and in your chest. And I am a masochist. I am such a masochist.
Nice.
So yeah, got all those. I've been working on that. I'm trying to like not buy as much products as I would normally. I think I need to buy like a roll of 6mm foam, and I think that might be the last thing that I technically need to buy. I might need to buy like thread and whatnot, but I feel like that's not as bad as buying like big things.
Nice. It's coming along.
Yeah. I'm really happy with where it's at right now. I'm letting that foam clay dry, and I want to pride myself on like not seeing as many of the seams. It's not the most even of products right now, but like I'm still a beginner, baby. I could have a few flubs here and there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
what
so
about you,
cool.
Mercedes? You working on anything?
I actually am totally focusing. So so with as of this recording, it is Juneteenth, so I had work off.
Yay.
And my original plan for the day was my sister and I were going to make miniature dress forms, like done to scale to us, so like half size or quarter size. That way you can like make a miniature pattern, since I live in a smaller living space. That would be a great way to like kind of do a mock-up and then scale the patterns bigger when I'm like, yes, this is it, this is the one. Something I've always wanted to try, and it's something I'm going to teach in a cosplay class coming up for my work. So that was my plan. And then Sadie freaking posts pictures of Lagoon. And I was like, you liar. Well, not liar, but traitor. There we go. You traitor. You went to Lagoon without me on my day off. So Lexus, my sister comes in, or she was like on her way to pick me up and kidnap me essentially for making dress forms. And I'm like, you want to go to Lagoon? Or like, yeah, let's go to Lagoon. So we did that. So long story coming around to this, I've noticed that along with my hesitance to get on scarier rides these days, I have been hesitant to make new cosplays.
Uh-huh.
The ADHD urge to do anything but what you need to do.
Yes.
For real.
Yes. And so like while I'm on these rides, I also realized I didn't take my anxiety medication for the day. So that makes the rides even more fun. But like as I'm on these rides and whatnot, I'm like, be zen. And I'm like, I need to do this when I'm working on costumes too. So I am going to be attempting again the Drifter from Hyperlight Drifter, doing the full version that I've always envisioned. I did the one version that I had at Anime Bonsai that one year, which was a great test run, and now I'm like, okay, I can do this. My job, I freaking love my job, has given me a stipend for professional development, and I've decided to spend it on professionally developing my cosplay skills.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I went and got just like a bunch of materials, and I'm gonna try dyeing again. Wish me luck.
Nice.
But they didn't have the right shades of the red and orangish cape at Joann's, so I'm going to dye it. And this always goes poorly for me. We'll see how. Yeah, it always goes poorly for me, but I'm gonna try. And then that way I can start doing the embroidery that I want to put on all of the costume. And I also picked up the fabric for doing like a pretend Gambeson to wear with it, because there's some fan art that has him wearing a Gambeson that I really love. Yeah, there's a lot in there, and I really want to go like all out for this, and take it to Level Up Expo has changed like how they do their requirements for their contest. So I have to start now.
Oh goodness.
Because it's what is the word I'm looking for? You have to send in your progress and like build book stuff early in order to get approved to go on stage. And so they're doing like a preliminary round in that way. And I think that's great with how big that contest has gotten. And it's motivating me to start early. Also, I've got, 2 cosplay classes, one here in the summer and one in the fall that I'm teaching. So I've got to have something to be like, let's have some actual, like, decent progress pictures of different techniques and stuff.
Nice.
That's cool. That's very cool. Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot this when we were talking about different media.
Oh.
But there are 2 others I wanted to talk about. There's a show, and because they're from indie creators, I want to talk them up because they're cool. There's a TV show on, I think, YouTube. Yeah, you can watch it for free, called The Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh, I love it.
I have been so curious to check this one out.
If you liked Digimon as a kid, I feel like it really appeals to the same audience. Also, if you like... I don't want to say if you like isekai, but if you like creepy liminal spaces and things like that, and also Digimon, I think you will enjoy it. It's more for adults, but it is like all the swears are like edited out because it's a kids cartoon kind of setting. Mm-hmm. So like the characters will swear, but it will be like come out as like little exclamation marks and stuff.
Okay.
But it's very good, and they deal with a lot of not kid problems in the show. So it's
super interesting. Like
it's very interesting. Yeah, it has a really cool style.
Does it still have the 2 episodes out, or is there a
just
third
2
one
episodes? Just 2 episodes.
Okay. My favorite character is in episode 2.
Is it Gummy Goo?
Mm-hmm.
I love Gummy Goo.
I love Gummy Goo.
It's a cute little gummy bear alligator, and his name is Gummy Goo, and he's Australian, and he's adorable.
He's adorable. He's so good. He's so good.
Yes. But I love that you can also buy merch of the cute characters to help the animation studio because they're all doing it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I wanted to talk about is a game you can get called Animal Well.
I love it.
Have you played it?
I'm in the progress of playing it right now. It is
okay.
Challenging for me, to say the least.
Yeah, it was mostly made by a single person. So all the coding, all of the graphics, all of the sounds, all of the voices, all of the everything was done by a single person. It's a pixel Metroidvania.
Why does its cover a creepy kangaroo?
Because this is a very
good question.
But you play as a cute little ball, and you don't really get weapons. You just kind of get stuff that helps you get around the dungeon better. Yeah. And you have to solve puzzles. Everything is puzzles. And the creator said he hid so many puzzles, it will probably take years before people find them all. So it's very cool. Fun. Once you beat the main game, there's so much more. Even beating the main game is not the end of the game. So,
okay. Speaking of games, sorry. Go ahead, David.
I was just going to add, the dev one was supported by the YouTuber Video Game Donkey, where he started his own game dev. Video Game Donkey is a very specific type of humor, so it's definitely not for everyone. But the dev said I've made 4 levels of the game, 1 for the casual player, 2 for the people who are interested in the mystery, 3 for the puzzle divers, and 4 the level for me. So it's basically there's so much in this game that he's expecting no one to understand it, because there's parts of it that you have to go online and interact with other people, because each version of the game has a different code that you have to interact with other people to find out what the code is.
Yes. That's very cool. Very
Cool.
fun. And like it's a pixel game, but it's also like, you know those pixel arts you look at and they're just like gorgeous and they're
Mhm.
animated and like every background looks like that and you can like interact with things in it and it's very pretty. Yeah.
What were you going to say,
Sweet.
Mercedes?
I had a weekend where I went and hung out with my my brothers and my sister. And my brother Sterling recommended Beacon Pines and just kind of had us play like the first like little bit of it, and I was hooked.
Oh, nice. Livy won that game in our Palestine relief fundraiser.
Oh, sweet.
Jaguar Quinn was able to get keys to all these fun games, and that was one of them. So
it's great. I after we played like the first like couple of chapters and like different branching storylines, it's like reading a book, but like the way they do their branching storylines is that you find different like keywords and you can replace words in a story and then it changes the outcome.
Cool.
So like rather than, you know, like telling your grandma that you're going to go and chill for the day, you can tell her you're going to go and hide for the day and you can get different reactions and, you know.
That one's me.
It's great. So I really enjoyed it. I ended up downloading it on my Switch and played it like within a day. It's a very like not a super long game to get through all the different branches and whatnot, but like it was really cute. I love the art. I love the exploration in it, and how they do like memories and I don't know. It was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. I remember when I finished it, I was like, done. Matt, my sister's husband, he was like, what? He's like, you just got that. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, did you sleep? And I'm like, I did. Mostly.
Mostly. They mostly come at night. Mostly.
I mean, I think I put 26 hours into Animal Well over like 3 days, so
Nice.
I feel that. So David,
Yes.
what you excited about coming up? Any projects, anything you want to make or build or watch?
All of my focus is on the guts right now.
Yeah.
I'm officially done editing everything for The Last Voice, the time this episode will air.
Yay!
It's all done. It's getting some traction, not the best traction, just to be a little frank and honest. It's getting a lot of people who are missing the point of it.
Aww.
There was one guy who was like, "You got to go out and kill zombies, man. You got to go kill them." And I'm like, "Wow, that is not the vibe that we're going for here." And I'm sorry that you found the wrong podcast for you.
Yeah.
This is not a shoot 'em up type of podcast.
Like, well,
Yeah, it's a story about the psyche of surviving. How about that?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I've been watching this show called Go-Go Loser Ranger. I don't know if you've heard this one yet.
No.
So take Power Rangers and Homelander and put them together.
Oh gosh.
So essentially, that's the entire plot, is that the Power Rangers are corrupt and evil people, and they've killed off all of the monsters, like Rita Repulsa and all of them are dead. But the putties are still around.
No.
And they're like, hey, we'll keep you alive if you like make a spectacle once a week and kind of keep us relevant. And one of the guys is like, you know what, I'm done with this. They're shapeshifters. I'm going to pretend to be a human and try and infiltrate the Power Rangers and get involved. It's a little bit slower than I would have liked, but it's fun. It's got like clever storytelling. It's not one that I'm like, you all have to watch this thing. But if you enjoyed Power Rangers, yeah, it's a fun vibe. I'm trying to think of anything else. I have Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I haven't finished it yet because I have a friend who he doesn't have a PlayStation, so we're like, he comes over and we like get together, make a big day of it. We get junk food and we just play for like 6-7 hours.
Nice, so that's fun.
We're only like on chapter 4 or 5. There was a moment where I died and I hit go back to checkpoint and it undid like 3 hours worth of work.
Oh
I was so
no!
mad. So mad.
No, giving
And
me all the
then we're
Persona
like,
flashbacks.
all right, let's get up. Let's go get some food. So we went to Wendy's, and for whatever reason, my card declined. It was a credit card of all things that declined.
No.
And I was like, fine. So my buddy, he paid for it. So I Venmoed him money. The Venmo didn't want to work.
No!
And I know. And then they're like handing us our drinks, and the way that it like moved, it tipped and it fell all over into his lap and into the driver wet wheel well.
Oh no! What a day!
What a freaking day!
Jeez.
Yeah, it was bad, but at the same time, it was fine. We caught up pretty quickly. We made it through. We made further progress. We got Titan unlocked, so that was dope.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. Is like this weekend we're gonna meet up. We're gonna hang out, play some more.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got some new tools. My work gave me a bunch of like gift cards and whatnot for some performance stuff. So I bought like a new palm sander from Home Depot. That was like absolutely free. And I was like, hey, bonus sanding tools. That makes sanding less abhorrent.
That is very good to have.
Yeah. I don't have a whole lot like going for it right now, other than just like I'm done editing. I don't have to edit like 3 different podcasts right now. It feels very freeing. It feels so good. But then I also realize I have to write another season, and that's going to be really, really hard for me to like get back into that headspace and like sit down and write again. I'm excited, but it's going to be hard.
Oh,
what about you two?
I was gonna say, speaking of crafting till your hands hurt, I wanted to give a local nerd business a shout out. I ran into this store called Milk Jelly, so it's MILK star JELLI, and I think they have an online store too. But I got their lotion at a convention a few months back. And I really liked it because it has anti-inflammatory stuff for your hands.
Ooh.
And so you put it on when your hands are achy and it goes away, which is really nice. Yeah. I also tried it on my shoulders and it helped, but I don't know if that's a for everyone thing. But I wanted to give them a shout out because they also have like a bunch of like Genshin Impact themed lotions right now, and all of their lotions are very like cutesy anime, boba, different scents. I got their yuzu, but they also have matcha and those like milk candies scented, and like they're all really good, and they all have the anti-inflammatory stuff, which has been like a lifesaver for me. They are not paying me. I just really liked the product.
But if they would like to pay us or sponsor us, we would be more than happy to. They've got a store right here in Salt Lake. I don't know why we...
Yeah.
Hey!
But yeah, I wanted to give them a shout out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. What do I have coming up that I'm excited about? We have a local convention that we've been working on, Hachi Con. That's coming up in August.
Most of us will be there.
Most of us will be there. So I think we're all helping out in some format or another to help that run.
I'm in charge of programming now.
Hey, congrats.
The reason I said most of us is because I knew like Pannon, you're going to be running around.
Yeah.
Mercedes, you're going to be running around. I'll probably be interviewing people as best as I can.
Nice. Nice. I know Livy's going to be playing. He's got a new concert with all kinds of anime and video game inspired music. All new arrangements that he writes himself.
I'm way excited for that.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. We also have like a kitchen kind of area for food panels. Kind of limited food panels, but if people want to like demonstrate how to do various cooking techniques and things like that, they can do that, which I think is a really fun thing that I don't see at a lot of conventions.
No.
Yeah. I think we have Otaku Dreams coming over to host a bunch of fun events and a maid cafe, and it's going to be so fun. Yeah.
That sounds super awesome. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for this con.
So I'm gonna try really hard to have Marcel done for that, and then that will be that con will be my personal dungeon for the weekend. My dungeon to conquer.
Booyah.
Yes. How about you, Mercedes?
Just getting through teaching my summer classes.
Nice.
Doing a game engines one right now. We're making Pac-Man in Game Maker this week, so that's been really fun. And then next week we move on to the game engine Unity, and that's going to be another beast.
So busy.
Yeah.
Busy bee. That's fun.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's like coming up. And then like we've got birthdays. I'm excited for David's birthday party.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited as well. So I am doing a PowerPoint party for my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've invited both of our very creative people here, and a couple other friends. And the theme is the hill I will die on. And I cannot wait to reveal what my idea is. I don't want to give it away yet, but I will say we have talked about it on this very podcast. Very recently too, like within the last few episodes. So there's a hint.
Ooh, okay.
My topic is also something we've discussed on here. This will be fun.
Excellent. Very good. Well, how about our listeners at home? Do we have any
horror stories? Spooky.
We do indeed, and they come straight from our Cosplay Horror Stories channel, dedicated just to the horror stories, to trauma bond. That's what it's for. Is we got to trauma bond.
So true.
And we all know those trauma bonded relationships. They're the best. Nothing bad ever happens to trauma bond relationships.
No.
You know, I think that's why Jack and Rose didn't work out, because like the ship itself was a huge trauma thing. So like,
oh my gosh.
The ship went down and the ship went down.
Oh,
hey.
It's not time for puns.
Not yet.
This one comes from Circuit Cosplays. This comes January 10th. We are far back. They write, I got one just 2 years ago, the first con back from COVID. I decided that I wanted to bring my old Rapunzel cosplay. The shoes that I had originally for it got lost into the ether, so I managed to find it in the very bottom of my box, a pair of pink and black shoes that I used for cosplay about a decade ago, and suited the character enough that I just used those instead. Now, what I failed to remember was that those shoes, especially pleather shoes, are prone to disintegration if not regularly worn. I'm sure you know where this is going. Here comes the first day of the con, where I was going to wear this cosplay. I get up, get ready, and leave the hotel room. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the Vancouver, Canada in February, it is cold, and it is very rainy, and depending where you are, horrendously filthy. And on top of that, the hotel room we had was about a 20-minute walk from the convention center because it was cheaper. About halfway to the convention, I feel the bottom of my shoe slip and notice that the bottom sole of my shoe had completely popped off like wet masking tape.
Oh, no.
But thankfully, with how it had broken, the bottom of my foot was still covered. Until I took another step and my toes busted right through the front of the shoe. So then we decided to just head back to the hotel room because I thankfully thought to bring an alternate pair of shoes in case of emergencies.
No.
Good thing, too. On the way back to the hotel, my other shoe had completely fell apart, causing me to walk down Granville Street, Vancouver, completely barefoot in the rain. And Yeah,
Ugh.
it's
Ugh.
it's kind of like the Flintstones shoe. Like it's almost like just a spat at that point. It's just a black and blue spat, and hilarious, absolutely one of a kind of environment, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, first of
Oh.
all, thank you so much for wearing shoes as Rapunzel. Because I know she is not a shoe wearing character.
Mhm.
And I have seen some. Make sure you wear shoes to a con, please. Wear
Yes.
shoes to the con.
Yes.
But also, like, my personal favorite is like I wear like character shoes, which you can get in they sell in a variety of skin tones, so you can kind of like match. It's got a very small heel, and you kind of match it to your skin tone. Those are super handy if you can afford them.
Yeah. Like, I know Bilbo Baggins walks around barefoot, but it's not worth it. You don't know what's going to be on that floor.
Did you know they also make these, like, they're like insoles, but they just are stickers that stick on the bottom of your foot?
That's still not enough coverage for
Right?
me on the dirty, dirty floor. Like, I get it.
Right?
The authenticity, but I'd rather make a silicone giant pair of feet. I will find someone with a size 20 and just like, hey, can I borrow your feet for an hour and a half? Like, that's all I need. Not worth it. No, thank you.
Well, I saw them and I was like, those will be perfect for someone. Not everyone.
Yeah. You could be like my father-in-law and have those toe shoes. They're great for like hiking and climbing and whatnot. They are disgusting.
They're so weird.
They work.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure you get better grippage with your toesies, but I can't. It's a sensory nightmare. So I guess the point is, find a shoe that works for you, and I'm sorry yours fell apart, and I hope the rest of the con was good.
Yeah.
If y'all at home have your own horror story or happy story or just want to say hi, there's a bunch of ways you can do that. The first is our email, which is cosplaystitchandseam@gmail.com, or
you can go to the website, cosplaystitchandseam.com, and fill out the form there, or
go to the Facebook page.
Sorry, David, continue.
I was not expecting sultry whispers.
I wasn't aiming for sultry, but thank you. Ooh, canon.
Oh.
Go to the Facebook page where you can tell us what you're working on as well. Join our community. There's always Tim posting great puns and memes there. So that is always something that you can look forward to there. Or you could join our Discord server where we have a whole channel dedicated just to your horror stories. We talked about food. And so we were talking about food, and we just like, there's always a good food channel.
Yes.
Oz Costumes does like, I feel so disappointed in my culinary skills whenever I watch Oz Costumes. Like, oh, food is my love language. Here's a 15-course meal I just whipped up today. Whatever. Just stop showing off, Oz. Please continue to show off. I live vicariously through these photos.
Oh my gosh. Show me the food goods.
And while you're looking for the food goods, if you would be so kind as to help out the show by sharing the podcast with a friend, leaving us a rating and a review on Spotify, you can even, like, on every episode, just write it like, hey, what are you working on? Or anything along those lines. We would love to see it there as well. And of course, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/cosplay stitch. Some of the amazing people that we need to thank are Rain Mice, Misty Lee, Jack S, Cynthia Eve Cosplay, Star Fetcher, Troft Cos, Lydia, Yggdrasil, Dr. Steggy, Cynics, Jazzy Kofed, Jaguar Quinn, Gloria Shu, and Silver Deeds.
Nice. Oh, I got a good pun for you guys this time.
I'm ready.
It's a D&D one. So Paladin takes her wagon to the mechanic and says, every time I drive, I get the urge to run over pedestrians. The mechanic takes a look under the hood and says, here's your problem. Your alignment is off. Yeah!
All
Love
right.
it.
Beautiful.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have fun. Be gay, do crime.